a.m. may come my phone. Should I leave you alone? The truth is not part of the best. I should probably let it go. But you did, and you make a try to play me like be your for that could both ways. I'll be right there on me. It's about me, he'll play games. You cross me with both ways. Just be careful with it. This pussy hit different. Till we break up, till we break up, till we break up. All the problems we done had and wanna call it quits. Damn it, the same the play this game if you ain't home, I'm late. Keep it one more day, try one more time. Maybe you should just stay. Like, alright, okay. Maybe you should just stay. Try one more time. Give it out one more day. Yo, side trip until you finally hit my line. It's about time. I don't think you really get it if I take a little bit, but I'm standing on business and I'm about mine. Turn the ring on off. Let me rub because the feet so soft. And I love the way that lingerie look, but it got me hooked. Let them things come off. In the daytime, man, put my hands up. We know how we get on top. Let you sit. Know we got some issues. We need to work it out. Let's talk. Tell me how your mind feels. Let's talk. Show me we got time still. That's what you tell me, but I don't want no time without you or you without me. So we break up, then we try to make all the problems we done haven't wanna call it. It ain't the same, the play this game if you ain't on with. Keep it one more day, try one more time. Maybe you should just stay. Like, alright, maybe you should just stay. Try one more time, give it about one more day. Hey, you guys. So let me just tell you right now that I am somewhat put together in regards to this show, but I have a heartfelt topic, a personal topic. Of course, this show is about mental health and mental awareness, as always. So that's where we're going. Hasn't been much promotion. I did forget to put this on my Instagram, but if you guys can hear me, and if that one person is out there that I see right now, can you please let me know that you can hear me? I'm sure. I'm sure. I hope you guys have had a great week, a wonderful Labor Day weekend, and tomorrow's Sunday, and then Monday. So a lot of people aren't going to work on Monday, so I guess that's lovely. Um, so yeah, here we go. Oh, I have to take the banner down, so give me 1 second. Hi, you guys. Hello, 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 and thank you so much for joining the Reasoning with Roz. Of course, I am Roz, and this is the reason where we sit, talk, vibe, smoke, tote, reason, all those good things. So thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you didn't hear the bylaws or what I said in the beginning, I did say that it's not necessarily on the fly, but the show is crash and burn. So a lot of people don't necessarily know what I'm talking about. Or maybe you are out there crashing and burning and trying to go with all the stuff that you got to do: school, work, relationships, being a mommy, being a father, being a husband, being a wife, being a boyfriend, being a girlfriend, being a cousin, being a brother, being a sister. All those wonderful things that we have to do in life. So maybe some of y'all are crashing and burning, and for some it might be a little rough. For some it might be a little hard. So I send you many blessings and peace and positivity in the words of chaotic. So that you guys can always keep pushing and keep moving forward. So once again, this is the reason with Roz. If you guys do not know, I do have a website as well as a email address. It is called the reasoning with Roz.org. So if you guys would like to send any topics, if you guys would like to send any personal conversations that you don't necessarily want to talk about on air, but you want me to reference it or something like that, trust I will not say any names and things like that. I do work in healthcare and therapy, so I definitely won't disclose any of that information. But if you ever need somebody to talk to, if you ever want to send topics, if you ever want to do something on the panel, you can definitely contact me there at the Reasoning with Roz. Also, my Instagram is RozGirl37, and of course, oh, I probably should have said Instagram. Instagram is Wise Girl 37. It's so crazy. I'm right already in everybody else's chat, and then when it comes to my own stuff, I forget to put my own stuff in here. But also am going to put it on the banner, as I said. And if you guys want to send the Cash App, you definitely can send it to Rise Girl 37. We are tonight sitting here, and I'm definitely trying to recoup some funds, y'all. Today is August the 30th. 10 years ago, a beautiful, beautiful bundle of joy was born on a Sunday, August 30th, 2015 at 6:23 p.m. Sunday evening that God has blessed us with. That little bundle of joy was sitting in my tummy. That little bundle of joy was very out of order, very moody in the belly, very hyperactive at night, but would sleep all day and never at night. Well, that baby today has turned 10 years old, you guys. That is my daughter. I call her BK. Those are her initials, but you can call her Bella. That's her name. She is 10. She's a very precocious little Virgo. She is hmm, introverted like her grandmother. Um, very, very smart. Has a lot of what I want to say is sarcasm and cynicalism with her, but I guess she gets that from her mama. But you know, that's what she is. She's into like all types of music, a lot of Asian culture. She's into that K-pop stuff now. But that baby has turned 10 today. So yeah, if you guys think of her, if you just think of me, because y'all know how hard it is for the mommies to get ready for the birthdays, to then to do school, because school started this week for her too, and we just came back from Houston, so all of that good stuff. But anyways, the Cash App is RozGirl37. If I didn't butter it up enough, let me know, because I will butter it up some more. Okay? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I am glad that you guys are here tonight. I do see Mo Love in the chat. Thank you, Mo, for joining. As always, you are such a sweetheart. And do I see Midlife Bro Logic in the chat too? What's up? How are you? I see your channel is on and popping midlife. Your numbers have been looking good. Also, the attorney, she's doing she's doing well too. So definitely appreciate seeing you guys and always dropping in my chat and also still sending me the links. I am drinking tonight because I am not on any medications for my leg. As you guys can see, I am sitting up, and I am sitting up in a boot. Can't show y'all everything because we don't want to show y'all the good, but I got a boot now, y'all. And I've been walking a lot. Today, my daughter did a shopping spree at, don't tell nobody, don't tell nobody, because I know you guys. I know that people like me, and this is not for you, midlife, or people that look like you, but I know that people like me are boycotting Target. But you guys, today was my daughter's birthday, and that is her favorite store, so we had to ball out at Target. So I don't care what you black folks think. I don't care what y'all said about me. Target is my favorite store. And for months, I have not been to Target. So I'm sorry, black people, but we hit up Target today and we balled out there. So forgive us. All right. Um, that's what we did there. A lot of it's a lot of controversy with all that. I know the next boycott for you black women who want to be involved is the hair boycott. That boycott starts September the 1st. It's supposed to be for 30 days, and they are asking that all black women boycott what is it? Businesses that sell black hair products. So basically your neighborhood beauty supply store that's usually ran by your neighborhood, you know, person that doesn't necessarily look like you that has that hair on the head. But they want you to boycott that. They said that that's like a $1 trillion, $1 billion business. Don't quote me, you guys. Do not quote me. But they said that's like $1 billion business, and black women are supplying that. So from September the 1st to September the 30th, they want y'all to let go of the wigs. And I'm talking shit because I don't have no tracks in my head or anything. But I'm gonna get to that in a second. They want you guys to, for all my sisters out there, well, you're natural, be natural, and do not buy no tracks, do not buy no wigs from those businesses, the beauty supplies of people who do not look like us. Also, if you are going to buy those products, make sure that you buy them for, some people who look like me. And like I did, I participated in the Target boycott. I wasn't, you know, full wholehearted because today, I backslid. I backslid today. My daughter's birthday, anything for her. But with the hair products, do that. I'm definitely supporting that. I am a black woman who has natural hair. Y'all see this? Y'all see that? From the rooter to the tutor. Let me know if I got to get in the camera some more because I'm gonna shake it a little bit. There's a lot of white men, not you midlife. There's a lot of white men on YouTube who saying black women shouldn't shake their hair, especially when they got tracks in their hair or it ain't real. They even had my picture on their screen. So I only assume that they think that these is tracks, baby. But you know, this is this is real life kinky style over here. This how it grow up out the head, real kinky like you can't even do nothing. That's that strong. That's strong. It don't. You see that? So next time you wonder if it's real, baby, come pull on it. Now let me get back to my program. Sometimes you just got to throw it out there, just sometimes, because they talk a lot. So sometimes you got to throw it out there, sometimes. But once again, thank you guys so much for joining the Reasoning with Roz. It is Saturday night, late Saturday night. I do appreciate each and every one of you guys in the chat tonight. Tonight we are talking about crashing and burning. What I mean by that is myself. If you guys do not know, I started YouTube in 2019. It was a tumultuous time in my life, a time where I was going through a lot of issues, not even a lot of issues. I had just didn't even just have a baby, but I was going through a prolonged time of mental health issues that stemmed from bipolar 2 that I was diagnosed by a psychiatrist, with the real evaluation, AAE out there. I was diagnosed with bipolar 2 in 2019, and at that time had a 4-year-old baby. I was working. I was driving to like an hour from Galveston to Houston every day to work and stuff like that. And I've always known that I had some mental health issues or mental fragility is what I like to call it, because that sounds real pretty. I know I've always had that or whatnot. So I opted to, for many years, do what I can do, like man I'm back, y'all. So, y'all know I will pause this whole show, cut this whole off to find my ganja. I am smoking out of a vape tonight because I am in a hotel, so I can't push of those fumes in the air, but I am smoking it out of vape tonight. But anyway, you guys, back to what I was saying. 2019, I was coming out of a like tumultuous part of my life, and I was going back and forth traveling for Houston. I always knew that I had like some mental fragility, and I knew that because my interest in it grew when I was in college. And it was just always there. And then the fact that I was a professional in the field, am a social worker by degree in trade or something like that, if that's what you want to say. Got a degree and license in it. But so I knew those different things, and I had just always pushed off going to necessarily like get help because I knew that I was at a point where I probably needed to be like heavily managed as far as intensive treatment medication is concerned, not talk therapy or anything like that. And exactly it was what it was. But I noticed that as a single woman, those issues that I can handle and get over. Not, I'm sorry. I was a single woman. As a single woman, those issues that I can handle and get over, I couldn't necessarily do when I had a child, and I could always crash and burn when I didn't have my daughter, and I could be in a bed for 4 weeks and not take a bath and whatever the hell happens from that. But I wanted to be active and be proactive in my daughter's life always. And so she was my inspiration to get the help that I needed. So in 2019, I basically crashed and burned, walked out of my job, ended up having to leave for some weeks, and having to be on medical leave, and eventually just walking off that bitch, going to therapy, starting off with intensive care as far as like medications is concerned, not talking to people because I was easily agitated and aggravated. I also had like bipolar rage, so anything could set me off, and the beginning and the end point of that is not lovely at all. It's just like an out of body experience, and I'm somewhat of a beast like that. Is what I hear. So did all that for my child. I was on a lot of medications at one point, probably like 2 or 3 pills in 2019. As a result of that, after 2 years of medication, the medications were horrible. They put on a lot of weight on my body. Of course, the weight is on my body. And it was not sitting, y'all. You know, you get a little weight and it sits right. You okay with that? I take that because I've always been a chick who wanted the little thonkathon, the little donkadonks. I'm from Texas, but I don't have a donkadonk like the Texas girls have. Born and raised in Texas, but, donka, but it ain't the donkadonk. So, I was like, I can take a little weight if it sit right. Definitely wasn't sitting right. Let me speak to some of the people in the chat. Rogue C, LGC, Rogue C, thank you so much for joining. I am happy to see you in the chat. Mo Love says, interesting weed. I love my ass. I love my ad is child. That's insane. We can shake natural or add-ins. Why do they care so much? Mo, this is being on code. They want us black women to be on code this time. There have been, I personally think it's a hard pill to swallow. I probably wouldn't necessarily be involved in it. But what I'm thinking necessarily is like the nail shops and the threading and stuff, the eyelashes. That's what we really need to boycott. That's just unnecessary money I feel that's being spent. Also, we have like young cosmetologists out here, and you know it. Of course, the young girls who are out here actually looking like us and doing that, and they don't get no business. And sometimes we double look. We like, I don't know about that. Thank you, Rogue. And dog, peace and prosperity to you too. Love you much. Thank you for being a great friend. Mo Love, I appreciate your transparency. Thank you. And yes, Midlife Bro Logic, the movie does come out September 19th. I am so waiting for that. I am so waiting for that. So yeah, as I was saying, as a result of the medications, I lost my hair. So I used to have a beautiful full head of hair, y'all. I had hair back here and everything. And forgive me, I don't have a haircut right now, so I'm just gonna show y'all a little bit. Had a full head of hair, but the medications started to take my hair out. Like I literally thought I had the big C. I was just in the shower. Sometimes I would just be sitting and I could run my fingers through my hair and my dress was literally falling. So I just eventually like cut them off. And since 2021, October 2021, I've been rocking them like this. I also spent that time winging myself off medications. That was the time where I met like the love of my life also. So he was a great help in keeping me motivated and inspired to do that. Granted, I wasn't like addicted to medications or nothing like that. It was just life was easier with medications for me. I don't know about everybody else, but for me, you could calm the symptoms down a whole lot more. As far as like they don't arise symptoms of agitation, I could go to sleep. I wouldn't be up for 2 and 3 days. I could eat. I wouldn't be going for days without eating. I wouldn't cry uncontrollably to the pitch, y'all. Like to the pitch. Like I can't even tell you what's wrong, but this pain is so heavy, just so heavy, and it just hurts. And it's like a physical pain that you can feel, but you can't never see it. You just feel it coming over you. And I don't want to say it's the worst pain ever because everybody has their own pain. Everybody has their their wars that they have to fight. But as for me, calming down that was the best thing for me. So with choosing not to take medications, that meant that I had to be okay with being authentically me. I had to be okay with people not necessarily understanding me. I had to be okay with my eyes squinted if I'm trying to gather my thoughts or process what somebody is saying to me. Um, I had to be liberated in myself, and I knew that life was definitely going to be hard. I had to choose my friends and choose them wisely, meaning that I couldn't have people who are very volatile around me. I couldn't have people who thank you, Eve, and thank you for joining. Oh, my beautiful friend, I miss you so much. I'm glad that you're here. Um and Mo says hi to you, Eve. I had to pick my friends and I had to pick certain situations. I had a daughter now also, and I didn't want to lose that because like I look at people like Delonte West, I look at people like Kanye West, I look at people who are known patients who are bipolar people, and even with money and fame and where they're at in life or what people think of them. For them, their rock bottom is if they don't manage their mental health, then the world judges them just like a homeless person on the street. I know that's what um, it looks like for me. I know that I could be sitting up here pretty today or whatever people think of me, and then like what they don't understand, they label or they judge. So for me, I always have to choose my friends wisely and choose the people that I have around me wisely. I do that because I want to be transparent in life. Um, there's a walk that everybody has to walk, and if I can make that walk easier for somebody or hold somebody's hand if they ask me for it and need it, I gladly share my story and help them with my transparency. So that brings me to the crashing and burning, you guys. It's going to be a hard show for me tonight, difficult show for me tonight. But I want you guys to smile. Okay. So in picking friends and stuff, you have to disclose this. I feel that I have to disclose in life that I am bipolar. Hey, how you doing? Hey, how are you? Talk to you for some days. Da da da. We'll get to know your friend, whoever, and let you know that I am bipolar, and I let you know that I'm never trying to intentionally hurt anybody's feelings. Um, I'm a very straightforward person. I'm honest. So I've learned from my mom that the truth is the truth. So it doesn't always feel good, but it has to be said. And I am cognizant of like time and place and all those things. But I do. I'm never intentionally trying to hurt people. So you have to explain that. But you have to trust that the people around you understand you and they give you grace with the disease that you have or the illness that you have. Or as I heard it once said, um, the dis-ease that you have about whatever that is. And in mine is mental health. So my crashing and burning is that the people around me I don't feel are the best people for me are understanding of the condition. Being is that I'm no longer on medications, I feel that I need people around me who understand it. And I've lost many friends and many jobs from being diagnosed bipolar 2 and trying to manage that. I've lost friends because I won't pick up the phone, I won't talk to people. And not that I don't want to. There's nothing in me that can push me to pick up that phone, or there's nothing in me that can, but I'm a great friend. I'm always available. I'm going to be there and all of this stuff. But I also manage this daily. So with that, I'm managing my life and trying to be the best for others, you know? So I've heard, in being transparent, I have revealed that. And I feel like this week was hard for me. I went home to Houston and I came back. So in Houston, it's cool, it's rural, it's relaxed. You know, I'm me. People love me. They understand me, they know who I am, and then when I transition and come back to DC, it's a whole nother different ball game. And not necessarily people, it's the city, it's more so fast paced, it's noise, it's loud, it's all that. And I'm trying to hold myself like you got this, right? So it's a very hard week for me transitioning. And I realized that I don't want to say my burdens, but I realized that I was too heavy for some people. Um and whatever the reason was, I realized that I was too heavy for them. Um, um, they told me things like I was very emotional, and when I tried to say where I was in my mind mentally and the pain that I was feeling in my mind, they didn't necessarily understand it. They laughed it away, like really giggled it away, like, "Oh, here we go," or something like that. Whoa, you know, and I understand that. That is that's the crazy part. I understand that, and I expect that. I expect for people not to be able to handle it sometimes. I expect for people to say, "You're sad, so get over it." I expect for people to say, "Oh, you're just mad. You had a horrible attitude." But people knew the core. I knew who you were. Then they would know that that person that's presenting to them isn't them. Now, in all of that, there's a level of accountability that I have to take. You know, I am not without fault. I don't walk into spaces and say, "Yo, I'm about to pull and take me as I am." Every day I live this life. Every day I'm cognizant that every conversation I have to consciously in my mind um, transfer good energy physically and in my words and when I'm talking to people. And the accountability that I always have to take is if there's a conversation or if there's something going on that I can't necessarily handle, I need to excuse myself for whatever reason. And if I am prompted to keep going and whatever I do that is a reaction that's horrible, that's not able to understand, that's a result of this condition that I have to take full responsibility for that. So if I'm fighting, throwing shit, breaking shit, being destructive, cussing somebody out, um, I sincerely apologize for all of that, And that's the first thing that I have to do. I have to apologize for all of that. And then I can't go to them and say, "Oh, I'm bipolar." I don't do that because the bipolar talk is with me. That's the talk that I have to have to myself. Yo, you should have walked away. Or, yo, you can't let people do that to you. You can't let people have you stay there. Like that's my talk. That's my work for myself. Um, So at 43, you know, I've come to a point where I know myself and I have to be authentically me. And being authentically means that I know every day I have to accept this. I have to accept that I'm a mom and that it might be hard for me, and that I'm somebody's woman, and that I'm somebody's sister, and that it might be hard for me. And I have to remind myself every day that there are people out here who know me and who love me. My brother, he's like, when people say, oh, you might need to go see a therapist because he has medical conditions. He's, oh no, my sister's a therapist. I don't have to go see any. I don't have to go see anybody. Or my cousin when she calls me up and she just got her degree. Congratulations to you, Sonya. Sonya out there. Love you much. She's like, I'm just like my big sister now. Like, I'm so happy that you did it, that I did it like you. She's referencing me. Or my family members who are proud of me are my uncles. I had like four uncles, and they're wonderful. I have to hold on to those words because I know that it hasn't been easy, and they know that it hasn't been easy. They've seen me at the pitfalls, not being able to sleep, pushing down sleeping pills. They see me balloon up. They see me in my worst parts, but still I am here today uh, to be here. And then I have my friends. One is Ian Dog, my real life friend, who sees me through my struggles and has been there. And I can call him up, my cousins and things like that. So it's definitely not something that anybody chooses. For me, it's a real life thing. As I said, I also work in the field of it. So a lot of people say there's no rhyme or reason to mental health or mental illness, but we know that it can be environmental, it can be biological, and it can also be genetic. And I work in the field of genetic per se oncology. But for me, this is something that's definitely hereditary and in the genetics of my family on both sides. Have a biological father who is schizo, and some aunts and everything like that. So it's like being a cardiologist and you still have heart disease or heart failure, but you know everything that you have to do right. You take great care of your body. You're in good health. But genetics, you still have this flaw, so you still tainted by this, and it's so unexplainable that it is explainable, but you're just fighting that. So unfortunately, that's what I feel sometimes. Like I know what to do. I'm managing it very well, and um, genetically, it's plaguing me. So I'm in that moment where I'm crashing and burning, and like I don't want to take my life or anything. But for me, when I say I'm done, like I easily can like quit working and just let everything go. So I am here tonight because, as I say, I'm always working on consistency. And for me, I was lacking in consistency with being here with you guys when I was sick or when I wasn't able to present myself in a way. I didn't want to be here. But part of talking about mental health and mental awareness is being transparent and showing you the good and the bad. So, that's what I'm showing you guys tonight. There are plenty of people out here who suffer from mental health issues, be it anxiety, depression, all of that. Everyone is living their life. A lot of people aren't on medications or pills, as some say. Some are managing it through therapy, cognitive therapy, talk therapy. Some are managing it through neurotherapy, as far as like neuroscience, where they're actually focusing on the brain and the part of the brain that lacks certain chemicals. So they send the brain serotonin, they send it shocks, they send all those type of things. Like it's that serious for some people. I've worked in a miniature clinic. If you guys haven't seen that or know of it, it's a clinic where you have celebrities, big time doctors, all these people who come there because they suffer from some type of mental illness where it impacts their everyday life, and they need people to assist them because they can't do it. There are some people who deal with horrible rage, disassociative personalities. There are people who deal with schizophrenia, bipolar, all these different things. There are so many different levels of mental illness. You can always get the DSM-5 if you're not familiar with it. You can also understand that people need support. And it's okay to say you don't understand it, but it's very wrong to label things that you don't understand. And if you have someone in your life who's suffering from mental illness, I wish you great strength. And I wish you compassion through that and support for yourself through that because it's not easy. Um, but it is a journey and it's a lifestyle that you have to commit yourself to. So tonight's show is about being authentically yourself, um, and that crash and burning point where there's something that plagues you in life or something that you necessarily deal with. And there comes a point where you have to think twice. Do I pull myself away? Or do I stay in the game? Do I cut some people out? Or do I keep on going? Is it part of the process? And is it something that you gotta stand up and be accountable for? And I understand that a lot of people don't believe in mental health too, and I'm definitely okay with that. So you definitely can come up here and talk about that too. You can tell me that that's the devil. You can also say that if you pray about it, it's gone away. You can say that people have bad days. I am completely okay. This is a forum for that. This is YouTube. I love conversation, and that's what this is open. What this is an open panel for. It is Labor Day weekend, so I hope you guys have your drinks. I hope you guys have something to talk on, and I hope you guys are ready to speak tonight. Of course, there are a couple of rules for my panel. I don't like you to be lashing out at people saying the NIGGA word, and I don't want men saying horrible words to women, and of course, women saying horrible words to men. We are over the age of 30 up in this chat, so please, you guys have respect for one another and respect for each other. And also, let's not throw racial epithets out here. And feel free to talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about in regards to mental illness or mental health. Have you actually ever dealt with someone, dated somebody, had a brother, sister? How do you deal with those types of things? And the crashing out part, like, do you think it's okay to walk away? Oftentimes, I have some people who have been totally close to me where they don't want to walk away from me. They don't want, like, oh, I don't want to offer. So I'm not gonna offer myself. Like, I want you guys to be happy. I want you guys to have peace also. And my struggle is my struggle. And your struggle is yours. And like maybe somebody's struggle isn't to come into my life and deal with me when I'm having off days. I completely understand that. But there are a lot of men out here who call women bipolar. I can understand that too because some women have mood swings, but your woman with her mood swings is not bipolar. Bipolar is a severe um, disease with severe mood swings that last for weeks and days. If you got that situation with your girl, she might just have a badass attitude. You might need to get up out of there with her. I'm sorry, and vice versa for women. But that's just what I'm saying. So I see more people coming in the chat. Thank you so much for coming. I definitely see Ignite TV. What up? How you doing? Thank you so much for joining. I'm artistic too. I have with Zilch syndrome. Wow, thank you for sharing that. I never knew that. They'll never understand, Roz. It's okay. I get it. Thank you so much. You are being too hard on yourself. You're a beautiful person. Thank you. Hey, John Galt, how you doing? How was your vacation in New York? I am doing well. Thank you for asking. And I'm walking now. So you know what that means. Ignite TV, the world is kicking our ass, Roz. For real, for real. We'll get through. You so right. Lionel stepped in the chat. Hey, Lionel, how you doing? Logic, blessings to you. Thank you so much for joining. Y'all up in here at Stanley. How are you? Oh, goodness. Stanley, John Galt, Mike 12 wants you to, oh, Lord. They done already started on this subject. I will be real, Roz. Proud of you. Thank you, Ma. I always appreciate your love. I am also going to talk about you guys, you and your sister, because I wanted to say that I definitely needed what you guys gave this morning. Yes, Lionel, there are rules. Follow them, please, once you get up here. Thank you so much for accepting the rules. A lot of women are crazy statistically. Here he go. And welcome. Thank you so much. Welcome and thank you guys for joining. Please hit the like. I am going to drop the link if you definitely want to join. Have it been that long since I've been up here, y'all? It ain't been that long, right? Because I sure don't remember the link yet. I might be tripping. Let me see. Oh, invite guest. Okay, I'm tripping. It ain't been that long since I've been up here. Sometimes I be like really tripping. So there's a link for anybody who may want to join. Let's see. That. So I did let you guys, I'm not sure if you guys knew. Hey, Speak Radio, thank you for joining. Glad to see you in the chat. I'm not sure if you guys heard me earlier, but I did say that I have a website, and it is the Reason with Rosegirl.org. Reason with Roz, the reasoning. Oh, I'm tripping, y'all. Not Roz Girl, the Reason with Roz.org. If you guys have any show ideas or anything that you want to send, you can always send those there. If you want to disclose something, definitely send something. Have any show topics or whatnot. And I'm putting together the website. So anybody out there who's good with computer stuff and animation and AI, and I don't really too much care about the AI like that, just because I don't want to take nobody's job away, but whatever. I'm really looking for some help. I'm trying to like propel the channel. So I would definitely appreciate that. The Cash App is RozGirl37 if you would like to contribute. Thank you so much for joining, and happy Saturday to all you guys. So yeah. But yeah, so I was told that I was too emotional. And for a person like me who suffers from bipolar 2, that was very difficult for me to hear. And as I'm talking about it, I do want to give you guys like because I don't just want to come up here and just be talking and tell y'all from my own experience and my own mind, but uh, I do want to tell y'all like the bipolar disorder. It says bipolar disorder from the Mayo Clinic, you guys. Bipolar disorder is a chronic mood disorder that causes intense shifts in mood, energy levels, and behavior. Manic and hypomanic episodes are the main sign of the condition, and most people with bipolar disorder also have depressive episodes. The condition is manageable with medication, talk therapy, lifestyle changes, and other treatments. It was what was known as manic depressive years ago. A lot of people back in the day, I don't even want to say 60, they would call people manic depressive or just out of there. They didn't necessarily know what it was. Um, it was a lifelong mood disorder and mental health condition that caused intense shifts. These shifts can last for hours, days, weeks, or months, and interrupt your ability to carry out day-to-day tasks. For me, it definitely impeding my ability to impede that sometimes. Like I say, I used to live like every 6 months. Literally, every 6 months I would change my phone number. Every 6 months I would have a new place. Every 6 months I would have a new job. It was very unexplainable. But I was always happy. I was always going, but that was me like in manic mode and impulsivity. So when I got tired of stuff or got bored of things, it just ended for me and I would move on. Later on in life, I didn't realize how that wasn't necessarily the best decision to make, because when jobs was looking at resumes and you had to explain this and explain that, I didn't necessarily understand that. Why you not at this job? Why you can't keep any type of stability in your life? Because that's what it looked like you're not committed and like you don't have stability as far as like apartments. My really good friend at the time would say, "You the only person I know who always got a new apartment every different 6 months, always got a new place or something." Like I just couldn't necessarily be comfortable. But once I started getting my health managed and stuff, I started staying on jobs for years basically, and staying in places for years. I was committed to being there and building stability. Um, so there are a few types of bipolar disorder which involve experiencing significant fluctuations in moods. They refer to and manic, hypomanic or manic depressive episodes. However, people with bipolar disorder aren't always hypomanic or manic depressive state. They also experience periods of normal mood known as euthymia. So there is it's like three different types of bipolar or whatnot. But the key features of bipolar 1 disorder, basically to meet that criteria, you must have at least one manic episode in your life for at least a week, with or without ever experiencing a depressive episode. Let me say that again. To meet the criteria for bipolar disorder, you must have at least one manic episode in your life for at least a week, with or without ever experiencing depressive episode. So It says mania is a condition in which you have a period of abnormally elevated or irritable moods, as well as extreme changes in emotions, thoughts, energy, talkativeness, and activity level. So I know you guys hear me talking fast and stuttering over my words, and as I told you, I'm in a crash and burn state. So I'm really just going through it. I haven't really slept in a couple of days per se, and I can't necessarily say that I've eaten either, but yeah, that happens. People who are in manic states may indulge in activities that cause them physical, social, or financial harm, such as suddenly spending, gambling, extreme amounts of money, driving recklessly, things of that nature. And then if there's like some psychosis or psychotic um, symptoms with it, then they might experience like hallucinations or delusions. But everyone who suffers from bipolar doesn't necessarily have delusions or psychotic symptoms with that. So I don't want to get all into it. There are many categories that you have to fit in to be diagnosed. I am not a licensed psychiatrist or none of that. I'm not that. But don't be out here diagnosing people. Please take my words and go research it for yourself and get more information. I myself am what is known as bipolar 2. So people with bipolar 2 experience hypomania. That's a less severe form of mania, and it doesn't last as long as manic episodes. It doesn't, and it says that it doesn't interfere with daily function. That's what they say. But I do experience long depressive episodes, and they can last a long time. Tiredness, changes in my appetite, feeling worthless, hopeless, guilt, all types of stuff. But for me, it always stems for, am I showing up for my child? Am I being a great mother? And that's what keeps me going every day. We always have to have something to keep us going. She is my inspiration. And if I don't stay focused on that, then I'm not in this world. So as I said, today was my daughter's birthday, and it was the best day for me. She was happy. She was thankful. And, that's all you can ask for. I was working myself up to today, making sure that face was right, I was right in energy. And then like this morning I woke up, Here for the Tea and her sister Mo were on, and they was playing all this Houston music, and I could hear the accent, and they just reminded me of home and got me into the groove. So the day was on and popping, on and popping. Urban Lounge Podcast, thank you so much for joining. Mills Lane, how you doing? Nice to see you in the chat. uh and dogs. So the thing is, like, what do you do? I oftentimes don't necessarily feel like I need to lean on people. When I hear people say that they feel like I'm too emotional, I understand that. I look at it like I'm going to be at the pits of emotion. And if I can control it, I definitely would like to. But I understand that those people might not understand it. And if they do understand it, then they're letting me know that they can't be that person for me in my life. I have to consciously make those decisions as that person for me. I am a person where it's easy for me to be recluse. Like, I can cut things off. I can be to myself because the pain is too great of certain relationships and friendships it ending because of what I experience every day in my everyday life. So what do you guys do, or what do other people who suffer from it do? I only can imagine. I only can imagine. Mills, everyone seems to be happy that you're in the chat. Seven still popped out when he saw you up in the chat. See, okay, everybody up here vibing. How's y'all Saturday going? What y'all doing for Labor Day weekend? I know y'all not working. I hope y'all not working. I'm not working. I'm definitely not working. Anybody barbecuing? Thank you, Anthony. Anthony says first. Anthony, I'm sorry. Let me get to this really fast. Every Saturday, this man is trying to fire somebody. Every Saturday. Every Saturday. Honestly, trying to fire this one dude. Why, Lionel? Why are you trying to fire someone tonight on Labor Day weekend who is at work, where he could have called in, where he could be at home watching college football, getting ready for the NFL tomorrow, eating barbecue, sitting on the couch with his feet up. You talking about you want to fire him. It's terrible. This is what I'm talking about. These bosses ain't got no love for you. They ain't got no love for you. And dog say he grilling. What you grilling? If you grilling hot dogs, please don't put that in chat because that ain't grilling. I hate when people talk about they grilling and they got hot dogs on the grill. Lionel said he's working. Thank you, Seven. I appreciate it. And he's smoking. And dog is smoking. I know. Long time no see, Mills. That's what Eve says to you. These people are trash. You know what, Lionel? They just need to give you a whole new team. They need to let you do the interviewing process, the orientation, and the first day of training. So these people know what they expecting from the interview process to the first day of the job. Because you be ready to get them up out of there. You be ready to get them up out of there. Ready to get them up out. So forgive me, I know it look a little tacky, but I don't like water. I don't like water dripping, condensation, whatever they call it. I ain't got time for it. Nah, Ross, this dude needs to be fired. I'm serious. Can't get no black man, no job. The other manager literally told me to not put him out on the street. Jesus. Let's examine that. The other manager literally told me not to put him on the street. So the other manager doesn't want to fire him, but he knows that he needs to be gone. Is that what it sounded like? Lamb chops? Who? You barbecuing lamb chops? Oh wow. Y'all, I ain't never had no barbecue lamb chops before. Like, oh wow. And what that tastes like? Mm, mm. I'm all over here already, Grandma. What is that? No, I ain't never had that before. Mills, you're working. That's good, Mills. I'm glad that you're working. It's always good for a black man to have a job. Mills, do you wear a uniform? It's always good for a black man to wear. It's not always good for a black man to wear a uniform, but I definitely think that a working man who's black with a uniform is a good look. Do you wear a uniform, Mills? Lionel says, nah, he's too soft, Ross. Let's examine this. Lionel says he's too soft, Ross. So, do you mean physically he's weak or he's not masculine enough? Does he need to be at a particular, does he need to have a particular level of masculinity for the job as well as physical strength, Lionel? Can you please explain to me what soft means? I don't think that people necessarily get fired because they're too soft. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. Lionel, they need to let you interview, do the orientation, and the first day of training, just so these people can know what you expect working on a team. Lionel says he's tired of him too, but he likes, thinks of his family and mental health. Oh. Sounds like Lionel effed up. Lionel, the chat is saying one person is not in agreement. Okay, Smitty. Thank you so much, Smitty, for joining. I appreciate that. And thank you for hitting the like. Lamb chops. Have you ever had barbecue lamb chops, Smitty, if you're here? What's the job? Everyone wants to know what the job is. I didn't hire him. Hmm. Hmm. That's the problem. Had you hired him, had you interviewed him, he probably wouldn't have a job. He probably wouldn't have a job. Hmm. I think it's terrible. You put him on the street. No, he didn't put him on the street. He's contemplating. Should he put him on the street? How does that feel, Lionel, to have someone's livelihood in your hands right now? Knowing that if you got rid of them, you got rid of them, that they could possibly be on the street. I think that is wow. It's a lot. That's a lot to unpack there. Lots to unpack. This is the reason with Ross. Thank you so much for joining. It's Saturday night, early Sunday morning, in the words of Marsha Ambrosius. Early night, early mornings, late nights, however the song goes. Something like that. Thank you guys for joining. I appreciate it. It is Labor Day weekend, so vibe with me, please. If you have something to drink, then definitely pull it out. If you got fruit snacks, try them, eat them. If you have wine, drink that too. We have Lionel in the back. Maybe he's coming up here to tell us how we can persuade him how he shouldn't fire this man. Hi, Lionel. How are you?
Hello, Roz. Good evening.
I can't hear you, Lionel.
Can you hear me now?
Let me see here. Might be me. Go ahead, speak again.
Can you hear me?
I'm going to take you down and bring you back up. So I'm having some technical difficulties here, you guys. Just bear with me for a second. Hello, Lionel.
Can you hear me?
Let me try this. Maybe I could turn your volume up, maybe? It might. Let's see here. It's not working. Let me see something here. Audio.
Can the chat hear me? Oh, okay. Stanley said he can hear me.
Okay, Lionel, I can't hear you, sir. Can y'all hear Lionel? Oh, so it's me. Okay. Everyone says they can hear you, but it's me. That didn't work. Try it again. Sorry, you guys. I can't hear him. Anyone hear? I don't know what's going on. Okay, you guys. So you gurus in the chat, can y'all help me? Like, what's wrong? Reset your device, Roz. Like my whole computer. Oh, they tell me to refresh. Let me try to refresh. Hello?
Can you hear me, Roz?
Oh no. I'm so sorry. This is very, very ghetto, you guys. Roz, you got out and back in. Oh, give me a second, Lionel. Let me try to figure this out. Lionel at work, y'all, so he can't be talking to y'all all day. But let me see. So I don't really know what to do at this point. So Lionel, tell the people what you needed to say, and maybe they could tell me. We hear both y'all. I don't hear him. Okay, say something, Lionel.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. My volume was down.
Interesting.
I'm so sorry. Hi, Lionel. Thank you for joining this Saturday night. And how are you
Hey,
doing? Did you want to speak on the topic, or did you want to elaborate on this guy who you're
You wanted
considering?
me to elaborate.
Yeah.
This guy don't need his job. If we're being honest. Well, you asked another question too. How does it feel to have their livelihood in my hands? You get used to it, honestly.
Mm,
Can't be sitting here putting your feelings in it. That's why I said the other manager, he too soft. He over here worrying about his mental health and
mm.
his livelihood. And I'm like, F that. Dude
Wow.
ain't doing nothing.
Now, could his mental health be the reason why he's not working so well right now?
I don't give a crap, Roz.
Oh, wow.
Nah, he here to do a job. He getting paid. He full time. He get benefits. He here to do a job. I don't give two craps about his mental health when he not performing.
Mm. So, they have ADA laws that protect people who suffer from mental illness from bosses like you.
So check this out. Also, he also stated that he got to go for mental health reasons. He can't do certain things, but we have no documentation for it. I said, bring some documentation and then we can talk about
Mhm,
it. He hasn't
mhm,
done that.
mm.
He's supposed
Okay,
to
that's
be here at a certain time. He gets here 40 minutes late on average.
wow. Someone wants to know what's the job.
Don't worry about the job right now. I just know that he's not performing
Okay, you guys, he's not performing. Don't worry about the job.
and he needs to be fired.
So I think that you should speak. Have you spoken to him about this?
Oh, he's absolutely been spoken to numerous times,
Okay.
but they don't
And,
want me talking to him right now. They want to be able to talk to him because they nice.
mm. Employees are protected. Do you see this comment, Lionel? What do you think about that?
They are protected. They got the union protected to an
Hmm.
extent
Hmm.
because now we got too much documentation.
Hmm. So can you actually get rid of him now?
Yeah, but he put
Okay.
in for a transfer, and they think it'll be better just let him transfer
Mm.
and be someone else's problem.
Okay. And if you fire him right now, then he has no opportunity to transfer. It seems like he's
Exactly.
transferring because he knows that he doesn't want to work with you anymore.
It's not me. It's the whole area.
Oh, okay. Is that what it
He said
is?
he's overworked. Also,
Oh, you guys are working them like slaves.
he's not overworked. He's not. It could. The only thing left for me to do to make his job easier is to just do the job for him and let him be on his phone and watch me.
Lionel, I think we got to get rid of you.
What
Every
do you
Saturday,
mean?
every Saturday, you come up here with some new person that you need to fire. Lionel, you're not
And
going
I
to
be
have a
getting
team.
rid of. And I be getting rid of him.
This is a revolving door, Lionel. What is going on?
Hey, let me hire them.
That's what I just
This
said.
don't have. I know, but I'm not here during the day to hire them. So they have
Mm,
someone else doing it. And so now I got to be telling management, y'all full of crap. Y'all
mm,
trash because y'all
mm,
keep hiring people that can't do the job.
mm. Lionel, do you think there's any truth to this statement here on the screen? Lionel is a mean ass boss.
No, no, I'm not mean.
Oh, wow. You don't think you're mean, Lionel? This man has some mental health issues, hasn't made it to the doctor yet, and you're basically contemplating putting him on the street. And he possibly can't make it to the doctor because he's impeded by his mental health symptoms and issues.
Roz, this dude literally tried to go on vacation 2 weeks ago, and I had to tell him no. He over here talking about, oh, he got to go see his daughter. And I'm like, I give two craps about that. You're not going nowhere. Then he
Mm,
threatened to quit. But guess what? 2 weeks later, he's still here.
mm, mm. Like a bad relationship. My God.
I'm just being honest. You're funny.
Not every Saturday. Yes, Eve, every Saturday. We wasn't here last Saturday, but the Saturday before that, who was it, Lionel? Who were you trying to fire then?
This African dude, he wasn't performing up to standards.
Here we go. Here we go. And most of them are black. Most of them are black.
I do got to
Okay.
agree with that. Most of them are black.
This is terrible, Lana. For our community, you're getting rid of them. Getting rid of them.
They need to work.
Oh my God. Mm, mm, mm.
You can't sit here and act like you can make your own schedule. You can't sit here and act like you got to choose what you want to do. He's asking people to load stuff up for him so he can work it. Dude, you're a grown man.
Maybe he can't physically do it. So basically, he can't perform the duties of the job. Now, with that, he can be gone. I can
No,
understand
he doesn't want to. Let me read. Let's. He doesn't want to. He wants to be catered to.
that. He hasn't put him on the street yet. By the end of the
Not
night,
this.
he might be
Not
gone.
this person.
Oh, okay. hmm Our community. Stanley, I got to put a little butter on it. Yes. Lionel here is representing a working man of leadership in the community. And every weekend, he's trying to fire a black man. What's going on?
Because the black man wants things handed to him. He wants an easy shift.
Lionel. What do you think about my situation, Lionel? I am in a crossroads of some things where I feel that my issues may be too heavy for people. And I'm not coming to them asking them for help, but they're telling me, yo, you're too emotional for me. I can't deal with that. What do you think about that?
Listen to him. It sounds like they're the wrong people, though. You need to find better people,
Is there
or people
consideration?
that, or people that can resonate with you better.
hmm Is there a level of consideration that I should have for their time?
No,
Wow. Really?
because if these are your experiences and this is what you're going through, these are people you care about. I mean, there's
Mhm.
why can't they adapt? Why can't they adjust?
Wow. I really didn't expect that from you, Lon. That was a really good answer that I did not expect from you. I often feel that I don't want people to feel as if it's a crutch for me, so I'm not concerned about their feelings and emotions. That's why that's why I asked that question.
No, I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Wow.
It
A
sounds like
deep.
you need to be around better people, Ross. People that are more adaptable, more understand, more understanding.
Oh, this is thank you. This is my session right now. What do you think and feel about that, Roz? What do I think and feel about it? I feel that I need to release these people of my burdens. I feel that if they can't help me, then they'll be a hindrance because I will forever need them to help me in certain ways with understanding. I also felt like it made me feel helpless at that moment and worthless. And it made me feel like I will never be able to maintain positive friendships and relationships because of the ailment. So that's how it made me feel. And I feel like in order for me to be comfortable in my skin, I need to let those people go. I hope I answered that question. Yeah.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I thought that to my mom. It's something similar.
Something similar. Okay. Wow.
I already told her to drop all her friends. Just being real,
So to drop all of her friends,
all of them.
were they negative for her?
I said they weren't benefiting her.
Mm.
They can't I mean, they can't relate to your life experience.
hmm Should your friends relate to your life experience?
Uh, they shouldn't completely, but there needs to be some type of resonance. Too many of them couldn't relate to the fact that, oh yeah, this is an 11-year-old parent.
hmm
You know,
hmm
two of them couldn't. I mean, something. too many of them couldn't relate to the mental issues she had to
Mm,
actually be able to give her solid advice or to help her.
yeah. And how would that make her feel often?
She listened to me, and
Oh,
life got
okay.
better.
She's better for it.
Life got better.
I'm sure
Just
you and your
saying.
mom. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, these fruity snacks, they are the bomb. Like, I'm addicted to gummy snacks. I eat gummies every day. Not per se these, but the joints that be like 99 cents. So I'm in a place where they don't got no corner stores where it's 99 cents. So I'm gonna
Sounds
just
about
get
right.
this, you know, because you know how those places look when it's just 99 cents. So, you're from DMV area, aren't you?
Unfortunately,
So, would you say are you from Virginia, Maryland, or DC?
I am from the west side of Baltimore City.
Okay.
Unfortunately.
So you know that Trump has been having the National Guard walk around here, and people feel it's safe. The city is more safer. That's what people feel. So now he's going to send them to Baltimore as well as Philly. What do you think about them going to Philadelphia? I mean, going to Baltimore.
Man, them dudes just gonna hide. They gonna lay low for a minute, and once they leave, they gonna turn that city right back out inside out.
Oh, this is a really good question. Is this an isolated internalization that you begin to generalize? You know, that's a very complex question. Is this an isolated internalization that you begin to generalize? So I started off by saying that what was said to me is a statement that I expected, but what I meant to. I mean, I guess I felt like I wasn't surprised when I heard it. I've heard it before, so I don't isolated internalization. Mm, I guess. Do you think maybe it could? Because I expect that from most friendships and relationships where people get, yeah,
I was about to
yeah,
say the answer is yes for you.
yeah. I would say yes because in any relationship or friendship where I'm close with people, I feel that once they get underneath this, or once I show the underneath part, where there are moments where they'll see me just not put together. I feel that that may be too heavy for them, and it's okay for them to go. So yeah, I guess so. So is that a real thought? Oh God, is that a real thought? Oh, I didn't. Oh, come on, Eve, don't do it to me. Oh wow, what do you think about that?
Roz, remember I told you one of the things that I was trying because my mom was basically an experiment,
Hmm.
and she spent too much time talking to people that treated her like a victim versus treating her like a survivor.
Okay.
And I had to break that.
Hmm.
I got tired of hearing the advice she was being given by people with these degrees that wasn't really doing anything. She was
Hmm.
doing the work, trauma was too deep. So I had to
Hmm.
start reshaping her mind to stop being a victim and to start being a survivor. And
Hmm.
she definitely watched things change.
Mm. I think that's great, and I remember when you said that. I definitely think that that's a great way to look at it. In my in my situation, I don't feel that the people around me see me as a survivor or someone working through this every day. Like every day I get through the day, I feel like I've conquered and survived that day, and I beat the disease today. I
I
don't
feel it.
feel that people around me see me in that way. I
Woo.
feel that often they take the moments to manipulate me
Oh, dang.
or take the moments to basically you know browbeat, like you're not doing this, you're not doing that. And I feel that there's some work that's been done up until this point, so I had to be managing and living prior to getting to this point. So that needs to be accounted for, and that's never seen. So yeah, I feel like it's more so manipulation for what they don't understand.
Time to get new
Now,
people.
yeah, now I'm trying to figure out is that an isolated internalization as well, but I don't think
It
so because
is.
I've never felt this type of feeling of manipulation or none of that before, duplicity or none of that until now. And
Again,
and
that's where your mind is going though. So you are generalizing because again, go ahead.
no, I'm listening to you.
No, I'm
I
just
was
saying.
talking about
Oh, hold on, Willie. I'm on the phone. Tell them how. Tell them what I'm like as a manager. You're not a butter on him. He's fine. Thank good. Thank you. Yes, he is.
thank you, Willie. We appreciate that.
See,
Okay, okay, Lionel. So we'll keep you around for another week. Make sure you
that is
don't fire.
funny. But I see the question she asked you got you thinking though. Like, what are
Yeah,
your thoughts? Do you feel
uh,
like you need to change?
I feel like I've done. I feel so. In actuality, I feel like changes have been made, and I feel like I've made the changes, and I live my life the way I'm supposed to live. Prior to getting here, I kind of actually knew that the environment that I was coming into, I felt wasn't the best for me, just from seeing people and how they operate in their own life and what they had going on. I just felt like personalities and lifestyles wouldn't mesh with mine. And it can be something like not waking up, not getting somewhere on time. They just, so I could already see that. And I just felt like I just felt like I could get through it. And I think the biggest thing is not being on medications. I can control my environment and the people around me. Whereas here, I couldn't necessarily control my environment and the people around me. If that makes sense. You heard me, Lana?
I heard. I was my bad. I was looking at speak comment.
Yeah, I was about to say that too. He
Y'all,
says he a Mexicano. He don't know no better.
he's not. He's Irish. Y'all
Oh,
ain't y'all ain't this.
he's Irish, you guys. How dare you speak? Eve says, perhaps some people in your circle cannot identify with your strengths and barriers. Therefore, you will always feel injustice. With that, please be careful that your perception of those specific. Yeah. So my question now is, Eve, now, yeah, please be careful that your perception of those
No,
specific.
no. What's your question?
Yeah. Because I am, I mean, like, yeah, I think that it's specific in regards to the two people, the individuals that I'm speaking of. Yeah. Individuals do not distort your perception of others. Understand that everyone will not understand. Embrace those that do. Bam, that's where I'm at. And no one around me
Yeah,
understands.
that's what she was saying.
Mm,
I understand you, Roz.
yeah, you understand. And everyone, a lot of people up here understand too. And not just me, they understand like mental illness or mental health. But yeah, there have been times where I'm in the pits of it. And I mean, it's terrible. It's nothing that I'm proud of. Like I have broken TVs, broken shit. I'm just in the
Oh, hood
pit.
rat.
And I have someone telling me, calm down, you need to calm down. And with that, it's a whole lot of energy coming with that. I can't see, I can't hear. Like it's just a lot going on in that moment. And it's probably dead silence. But in that moment, everything is so loud and all I can hear all this person is be quiet, calm down. And it's not helping me at all. It's more so agitating and I'm getting worse and worse and worse. And it's like once I hit this pit, then I'm ridiculed for hitting that pit after I've deviated and done everything I know to do in life up until this point to walk away from matters that get me to display myself in the horriblest character. So yeah. Read the rest, dear. Individuals do not distort your perception of others. Understand that everyone will not understand. Embrace those that do. Yes, I am going to embrace those that do. Oh, wow. This is a whole lot of work tonight. Thank you, because this is what I came for. And I think that God sent you here tonight. And you guys too. So oh, God, thank you. I kind of feel like it's kind of like, I don't want to necessarily say validation, but it's kind of like a reassurance.
Interesting.
Yeah. What is that about? Interesting. What does that mean?
Just interesting. I think it's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like, yeah. Eve, do you have time? Would you like to join the panel? Wow.
Just don't be doing that voodoo. I know Roz like to be doing that mental voodoo sometimes, but I be catching it.
I cannot do no mental voodoo on Eve at all.
I be catching that.
It'd just be great conversation, talking to people. Yeah.
Nah, Roz, we not about to play that. I've watched you in too many shows now, and you'll be talking to these people and then start doing that mental gymnastic voodoo, doing your therapist thing on them,
Mm-mm.
and they
No.
never see it coming.
Yeah, you make these interviews a little difficult. Like it's like you're always on guard when I'm talking to you. Oh wow. Oh wow. No, but tonight I needed this. Yeah, that was this part right here though, that please be careful that your perceptions of those specific individuals do not distort your perception. Okay, that's the part I need to put together. Please do not. Please be careful that your perception of specific individuals do not distort your perception of them. Okay, thank you for that, Eve. Yeah, got it. Got it. Did you get that?
Oh, I got it.
Mm. So how's everything going with your universe? I got some of the images that you sent. I haven't looked at them all, but I do like them. I always show them to my daughter.
It has been going great. I got a
Really?
whole story right now in chapter 38,
Mm-hmm.
and this is going to keep going. So I at least hit a good number. I'm reaching for 200, but we'll see how far the story keeps expanding. But it's been
Mm-hmm.
going. It's been growing. It's been growing. I've been pushing. I'm not playing.
That's good. I'm so happy for you. That is awesome.
I appreciate you for asking.
Of course. How can I forget about it? It's always out there. I just wish that more people know about it.
They don't understand though. That becomes the other issue.
Yeah.
Hey, too
Yeah.
many people keep saying dumb it down.
Really? Wow. Wow. Eve said the best person one can identify with is oneself. I admire that with much exploration you were able to able were or are able to have a heightened sense of yourself due to your trials and errors. Give yourself grace. Yes. Yes. And with me giving myself grace, Eve, that comes off as not taking accountability. It comes off to people as I have no care.
Also say that.
These people, these are family members and close people to me. It comes off as no concern or care to others. Hi, Eve. Thank you for joining this Saturday. The Reasoning with the Rise. How are you doing?
I'm sleepy as heck, but you asked me to get up here. I kept seeing that link and I'm like, I know what's going on here. Let me go
Thank
over
you.
here and just
I
say hi to
appreciate
my
it.
sweetheart right now. Sounds
Thank
like
you. I appreciate it.
you're welcome. And hi to you on the chat. I'm on the panel as well. I want
Good
to
evening.
just good evening. I want to just say to you because it seems like there's a little bit of discouragement in there when I'm hearing you speak. It seems like you're a bit down on yourself a little bit. But
Mhm.
to know who you are is to know who you are, and I think that that's something that you have now allowed yourself. to explore. And it's a
Mm.
lot of work. When you get to a
Yeah.
place where you have finally started to see who you are, such behaviors, my patterns, and my moods, and all of these things, it is quite an enlightenment, and it can be rather overwhelming, not just for yourself but other people. And while you're walking this journey alone and with support, if you will, you are used to a system that you tend to carry because it's more protecting to you, right? Because nobody's going to understand you more than you understand yourself. Nobody's going to be able to identify or be able to, they can have a level of regard, but do you really understand what's going on to really live in this body, to live in this mind? Do you really know how that feels? For me,
Mhm.
and while you feel like you're dumping on others, you feel like you're becoming overwhelming to others. Well, you know with those people, again, like I said, it's not for them to necessarily understand, but the support should be the support. And while we also know to separate those friendships and not to draw that boundary, that perimeter of, me being my friend and this me needing just someone to be for an emotional support at times, because
Mhm.
you know yourself, you are in this field, you understand it more than others would, right? So,
Mhm.
but it's okay to expect a level of support from people that you have relationships with, right? So,
Yes.
and if you feel like they don't understand, or if, oh, that's too heavy for them, it's hurtful. It is
Mm.
hurtful. But,
Yeah.
I don't want you to put yourself in a place where you are hermiting yourself, because when you hermit, you harm
That's what.
yourself.
That's why I'm on a crash and burn now. Yeah.
And you know where you're at right now. You have this heightened sense of awareness of what's going on with you in this specific
Yeah.
time in your life. And like, man, I need that support right now. But if I'm not getting that from these certain people, it's going to make me say, F it all and F the world. I'm going to go back into hiding. I'm going to go, and this is only going to make the symptoms,
Yeah.
more loud, so it's counterproductive to go
Yeah.
back in that space.
Um.
We have to figure out the ways to mitigate that. When
Yep.
that comes, what do we do?
That is. You hit the nail right on the coffin.
Yeah.
The re-engaging of the space. Yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
you know this, and this the
Yeah.
thing is because you know this, but you've been used to doing what you've been doing for so long. But as we get older, as our minds begin to really understand that
Hmm.
we need people,
You're
and
right.
to just shut ourselves out completely and then tell ourselves that I got it, I got this. No, you're
Hmm.
doing yourself a disservice. Now,
Yeah.
you approach those that are approachable in that regard. Everybody just has different friends for different reasons, right? Like, I
True.
have this person right here because I know this person can be able to understand me on a level that this other friend probably can't. And
Hmm.
so with that, I'm not going to, you know, take internalize how this person may respond to what I am presenting to them, because I shouldn't expect them to have that level of understanding, whereas this other person right here can, and they can help me process some of these things out together. So,
Hmm.
you
Yeah.
know, but it's about
Yeah.
that expectation. We've got that expectation is where it comes down to. We know we
Hmm.
can invite ourselves, and we can invite people in our space to that that can be of that source, that resource for us. But yet we still choose to have these specific people here. And it's like, I want you, even though I know I've got them, but I want you. And it's like, and if it doesn't work out like that, then we become discouraged. And then it's like, we're going to just blow this whole thing up, forget it, and just start from the ground again. And we're going to figure this out. But don't do that, because consider all the progress that you've made and that you continue to make on your journey. Mental health is always going to be what it is. It's two parts to mental health. Whereas you are on a positive track with your mental health and you're wanting to maintain it, and then that we are at a space in our mental health where we need to, you know, obtain it.
Yeah.
A great part of mental health. So it goes
Yeah.
both ways there. You know what I'm saying? But if we harbor these things inside of us and we allow ourselves to sit with this negative self-talk and
Hmm.
all these distorted thought processes, then what do we expect from it? What do we think to gain from it? And the idea is to make sure that we're having a quality of life that's going to be exceedingly enough for you to continue to thrive, because all of that great work that we put in, we don't want to let that dissipate because we're going to have a setback, because now I'm over here internalizing these things. Don't go back there. It's always
Yeah.
about moving forward. You know when these things are going to arrive. You know the things in your life, things that present itself is going to come. You are able to identify that.
Yeah.
You're self-aware. Where a lot of people aren't as fortunate, mental health, they'll never understand. There's many people that can never articulate their mental health and what some of
Yeah.
those symptoms are related to that. And so with you, you are able to identify, this is what I get like. These are the behaviors and the patterns that I fall into as a result of that. And that's when I know that I'm not doing okay. And as a result of that, since I know this already, then I need to start being proactive.
Thank you, Eve.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
you're
Um,
welcome.
um, in being in that field and being a patient also of it, it kind of
Mhm. Mhm.
puts people off when you're like, okay, I can't be a part of this, or this is too much for me. I get, I'm on my high horse, or you think you know everything, or can't want to tell you anything because you already, But it's like I always say, I can't be foolish and walk into the fire with you. Like I
Mhm.
just can't walk into a fire with you.
Mhm.
I'm standing on the outside, and once it's hosed down, you
Mhm.
could go up in there and I can too, but oftentimes, for me, it's a fire, and people don't understand that that I'm seeing this as a fire is as if, like I said, it's no care and concern, or I'm unavailable emotionally for them,
Mhm.
and that's why I feel most times that it's better just to retreat to myself. But I
Mhm.
know that's the right thing to do. I know
Mhm.
it is this life to do because I've done it for a while, and though you can be alone, being alone is not what I would prefer.
For sure. And
Yeah.
in our field, it's so easy to do that because we take on a lot, we compute a lot of other
Hmm.
people's data in combination to our own. And so
Hmm.
with that, how do I manage that? And so, you have that counter transference going on here that we have to be careful about, right? So,
Hmm.
which happens very easily, especially when you have that empathic spirit. Most times, people in that field do carry that because they have
Yeah.
a care and regard for people,
And you can feel it.
and you can
Yeah.
feel it. Yeah, absolutely, you can feel it. And so, if I'm carrying this along in combination to my own, experiences and my own concerns, it's a lot. Um, but nevertheless, it can definitely be managed.
Hmm.
The best people that can ever be in the field that you're in are people like you, because
Hmm.
people need someone to be able to identify with. They
Yeah.
need to know that, hey, listen, I know and not for you to just self disclose, but more so like you understand it to a level that you can be able to better support them and help
Yeah.
process these things with them in their journey, all the while you getting being fulfilled while doing it on your own as well. Because
Yeah.
there is a sense of fulfillment when you're able to help process something with someone else. Because like, if I can help them do it, then darn it, I'm surely able to do it for myself.
Exactly. Exactly.
While
That
it
was
doesn't always happen like that though either.
always, but
But just
yeah.
know that we are the gatekeepers of that. into
Mhm.
where to the sense that we know, like if I can do it for you, I can do it for myself. But it's while it's easier said than done, especially in those moments, those specific moments, it's still able to happen. So I understand. I do identify with you with that. It's a
Thank
lot, and it's so conflicting because we just live in our heads and we live in our hearts, and
Mhm.
it's just so much, but you just
Yes.
have to be able to take something for yourself, allow yourself something for yourself that no one else can be able to get to. Nobody
Mhm.
else can touch but you.
Yeah, you're right about that. Thank you for that. That
You're
was
welcome.
wonderful, Eve. It's so
Uh,
much better when you hear it coming to you. Like it's so much better. Yeah.
mhm.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I would have
I
spent
think
the rest. I
you're
would have.
so
I'm
hard
sorry.
on yourself.
I would have spent the rest of my night trying to figure out if my thoughts were real about it. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, now we have to just break those things down because
Be pro.
when you're analytical, because you're
Yeah.
analytical,
Yeah.
and it just it'll tear you apart. Being analytical, you're always trying to just break things down. Let me see what this is like, and let me try to if you're trying to solve a huge mathematical problem
Mhm.
and for nothing,
Exactly. It's so simple, and I can't. It's. I just can't even figure it out. Yeah. You're right.
for nothing.
Wow.
Why do we
Yeah.
do that to ourselves? Why do we torture ourselves in that way?
I have no idea. And that be the worry or the anxiety that keeps on perpetuating. Yeah.
Yes, yes. If
Wow.
while it sounds so simple, it's just like how do we get ourselves out of our head, out of this space? Because anxiety just creates nothing but destruction. It just
Mhm.
does. It just
Mhm.
does. It's a whirlwind of mess.
Yep.
It
It
can
is.
happen. It can happen, but you have to be at a space now. It's like now we got to go back and look at this board. Just say like what do you call them? Coaches have these whole playbooks, right? They got to
Yeah.
run these whole playbooks down, even on the whiteboard and everything like that. I got to go back to the
Mhm.
drawing board here and see what this play is right here because if I'm thinking that I'm not so sure if that's going to be the next play, the right play for this game right here,
Mhm.
and if I mess up, then I'm going to be feeling all kind of ways that I made a wrong call. But guess
Yeah.
what? Even if you did create all of that masterful piece of a playbook and something did go wrong,
Mhm.
then you shouldn't just continue to beat yourself down because things happen. It
Mhm.
happens. You're not going to
Yeah.
win every game.
Yeah.
And while life is not a game, you're not going to win at everything all the time. You can
You're
only
right.
live for those moments and think for your future.
Mhm.
Plan ahead, but don't plan for doomsday. You
Yeah.
plan for every day, every
Mhm.
day is going to be a good day. And that's what you claim for yourself. It's a
Yeah.
good day.
Thank
I,
you.
yeah, embrace it, take it in. You've
Yeah.
got this. You've got this.
I
Okay.
do. I do. I do have it.
So I
And
don't want you
that's
thinking any more about this. This is that overthinking, that take that negative self doubt out of there. You are a beautiful, extremely intelligent woman that has
mhm.
so much to offer the world. It's almost unfair that
It
I have
is.
to live in this body, in this mind, and and service the world at the same time. But everybody can't do it.
Yeah.
And saying, think
Mm.
about it like that. Everybody cannot do it. Everybody's not built for that. So, making sure that you're taking care of yourself. Put yourself on a treatment plan contract. You know, set treatment plan goals for yourself every 90 days if that's what you need to do. Go back in
Mhm.
and check in with yourself. Write
Yeah.
yourself a treatment plan if that's
Yeah.
what you need to do.
Yeah. I did that this week. I didn't. I went to a back to my psychiatrist or whatnot. I had been going like every other week, like once a
Hmm.
week, like
Hmm.
probably like January to March, and then she released me for like 2 months. She was like, "Okay,
Hmm.
I'm going to release you for 2 months." I was, "Oh no, you can't release me for 2 months." And then she did a
Yeah.
month, and then after that month, which was in May, I haven't seen her since. And then
Hmm.
now I'm at the point now where I feel like, okay, I need to go back and see.
Yeah.
I made this far by myself, and now I need the management and support again.
Hmm. Hmm. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we have to do that. You
Hmm.
have to check in with yourself. That is part of mental health journey. Making sure that we're maintaining a positive mental health, healthy mental health. And
Yes, always,
yeah, that's just it.
yes, always the maintaining part that you have to do, and I think that's harder than anything.
Hmm.
My
Hmm.
case, it's a lifestyle, and any part of that lifestyle faltering, then that could possibly bring in some hell that you don't necessarily want to or can deal
Hmm. Hmm.
with. Hmm.
So, what are some things that you gained from this conversation? Because, and I thank you for sharing too, and thank you for sharing that because it is a lot to be on here, be vulnerable. To be
Hmm.
vulnerable to the world is like a kryptonite for some, but the fact that you can get up here and do that because while I can do it here, I may not be able to do it out there, you know,
Hmm.
um, because you're afraid. It's just all about being afraid of, rejection, afraid of responses, afraid of the lack of response, all these different things. But
Hmm.
just having to be true to yourself, which you've always showcased yourself to be, you
Yeah,
continue to do and be that. That's all. That's the only job you need to have. So
yeah.
what I'm saying, what do we gather from this? What are some objectives that you would like to accomplish here? What are some goals that you would like to achieve? And allow yourself these things. And so that way we can put out a plan. So next Saturday, we
Yeah.
got some improvement from today. How about that?
Uh, so what I took away from this was that my thoughts are real and that I need to trust them.
Mm-hmm.
Um and I don't need the validation
Mm-hmm.
for the thoughts to be real as I once felt. I can easily be persuaded if I am emotional, or I can
Mm-hmm.
easily be persuaded if I'm upset, as in and the persuasion comes meaning that um I have somehow brought myself into that state when I
Mm-hmm.
that I didn't bring myself into that state by myself, or that it was triggered or brought on by a person or an environment that I needed to run fast from. I could tell myself that it was all my fault and I'm the reason for that. And because of that, I experienced that, opposed to trusting my thoughts in that moment and trusting the logic and not the heart. So that's what I picked up in this conversation. And I also picked up give myself grace. No one is going to know the walk that I've been through besides myself. So I can see it and I can recognize those things, and I need to lean on those always. I think I've
Mm-hmm.
just been too, it comes a point where I've just lost so many friends in my life, and I've lost so many relationships with people, and I've explained so many times,
Mm-hmm.
I can't pick up, I can't talk to you. I'm not a person who's loud. I don't get upset, but people can tell me that, oh, you were like this and that, and that's an episode that I have no recollection of, and I never
Mm-hmm.
want to get that, and I don't get there often. But even since I've been in TC,
Mm-hmm.
I can say that every week I'm there. Like, I'm here with my joy, and then
Mm-hmm.
someone bringing me all the way back down here.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been on that cycle, knowing that that wasn't the best cycle for me, and knowing that probably before I got here, it wasn't the best thing to step into, and I should have trusted those thoughts in the beginning. And because I didn't trust those, I have felt the brunt of the ridicule that people can give me for what they don't understand. So
Mm-hmm.
thank you for giving me tonight.
Mm. You're welcome, dear. And
Thank
and
you.
you just have to, you know, trust yourself, trust your gut, and sometimes that impulsivity. I know I saw what he said. He's over here talking stuff. Like, go on, D. Come on up here and support your girl with some positivity. Okay. Come in here starting a racket. Our
Yeah,
girl
so
needs us. This is the time we band together and show her that love and support that she does have because she has it. And again, like to lose friends and stuff, that's a harsh reality too. Nobody wants to lose friends, but you gotta, consider things.
yeah,
What are friends? What type of friends were these? Were these bountiful friends? Were these friends that were, that were meaningful to you? Because you're a woman of value. You value things. It's not about abundance. It's about value for you. You know.
yeah, uh-huh,
So if these
yeah,
things are worth, um, if they were worth losing, then yes, it would be sad to have that as a reality. But if it's something that is when you reflect on, it's like, yeah,
yeah,
no, that's something I can easily just let go. And I probably should have let that go in the first place. Then you have to talk through yourself with those as well,
yeah,
That's
you're right.
up to you ultimately.
Yep,
But I
yeah,
want you to allow yourself to continue to be yourself and don't change for anybody. Like it's okay to not be okay, and it's
uh-huh,
okay to to seek support from people that you're close to. And if I'm not getting that, if that's not what this is, that's not what this arrangement is, then we may need to we may need
so
to do something else. You know, we just may
yeah,
have to do something else, and be okay with that.
and see,
Be
I'm okay
okay.
with that. Like when I hear that, I'm okay with that because for me, I know that. Well, this is just going to be more difficult for me. This will hinder me
Mhm,
trying to maintain this relationship or friendship where I can be here for you, but you can't be there for me.
mhm.
You don't have to be there for me in those ways, but
Right.
to be here is the most important part. So yeah,
Mhm.
wow.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Nobody wants to lose anything. Nobody's in the business of losing things, and it sucks, for
Yeah,
lack
it
of a
does.
better saying. It sucks.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
in time your wounds will heal.
Hmm. Yeah,
Your
that
wound
will.
meaning your heart. We get wounded all the time. We are battle tested around here. I think a lot of us have been through situations where, we've been hurt.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Is it the ego, or is it actually the intrinsic self?
Yeah.
Okay, that's hurt.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right. That
Okay,
was awesome. Thank you for that.
you're welcome, dear heart. I've got to get myself to sleep, though, sweetheart, because I've got
Have
to.
a great night.
Yes, you're welcome, Roz. I love you, dear. You're so precious, and I'm
I
so
love you.
glad I caught you, honey. If you ever need to reach out and talk to me, pick that phone up and call me. Okay,
I will.
I'm not
Thank
going to forsake you. I'm not going to do it.
you.
But
Never
I'm
have.
gonna tell you, I'm like, Roz, we back at it again. So why are you thinking like that? What's going on? Now come on, because like last week we said,
Yes, we're moving forward. So thank you.
yes, you're
Thank.
welcome. You're
Have
welcome,
a
dear
good
heart. You too, and you have a good night too on the panel, sir. And good night,
Good night.
everybody in the chat.
night. Did you hear that, Lionel? That was awesome.
For you, yeah, that was great.
Lionel, someone said, Lionel, you're fired.
She did what she was supposed to do for you. Look at you. You're nice and happy for now.
No, forget you. It was a great conversation. It was a
It
great
was
conversation.
for you. It was. You
But I
needed
think yeah, I hope that it was helpful for a lot of people
that
also
too.
who second guess themselves or who just need to be encouraged to keep on going when people don't understand their battle.
I agree.
E- Eve, you still back here? Oh, she probably just walked away from the phone. Yeah. So how's work going now?
It ain't changed. This dude got to go. I don't know
So
why
when
you
you get
think
ready
I'm
to fire
playing.
him, how do you fire him? You have a conversation.
I need you to come upstairs.
That's it. Need you go upstairs.
I need you to come upstairs.
Mm,
I'll have the book ready and everything, just to let them know I got pictures, I got time card, I got all the evidence necessary. Do you know why you're here? But I'm not here to be proper either, because you know I'm about to get you out of here.
about to get them up out. So is that like part of the managers or bosses? Like how? Okay, what percentage would you say that part of the job is weighs heavy for the boss to get people about often?
It depends on how much they're protected and how much they have or have not done.
Mm,
I can't actually give you a percentage on that one, but again, it
mm-hmm,
depends on who you're over. It depends on how soft the store manager is overall.
mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, they do have the union protecting them.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know anything about a union or what that is about. Need
I
to
hate
figure
the
that out.
union.
I hear that it protects a lot of people though.
Protects them too much.
Mm, too much, as in.
If I hold
So it,
one person accountable, I have to hold everybody accountable. And if
if
they
you
do
could
an
say one.
investigation, for example, let's say Roz, you come in
Mm-hmm,
every day, 5 days a
mm-hmm,
week, 2 hours late.
mm-hmm.
I haven't held you accountable for that, but I'm recording it. So now that I'm gonna fire this dude for coming late, they're gonna be like, "Well, how come you ain't fire? How come you ain't come at Roz? How come you ain't write Roz up?"
Wow.
And then they're gonna dismiss it.
Oh wow. Yeah, I need to get in the union. Granted, I'm not ever late to work, so not the job that pays me. I'm gonna be there,
That's great though.
and then I'll be there like early, like an hour early. Crazy. It's
But
like
you
the
work
women
with
in my
white people. You work with white
huh.
people.
I work at the university hospital. Yes.
I had to ask.
Because they be to be on time is to be late, and to be early is to be on time. So my shift probably start at 9 o'clock. I'd be sitting there around 7:30, 8 o'clock, ready to go. Start working too.
You sound like I need you.
Yeah, but I'm doing like notes. I'm taking voicemails, trying to get people. I try to do all of that stuff before the day starts, and then that way it's free to
Does your
talk.
job make you happy right now?
Oh yeah, my job has always made me happy. I don't think I've
Okay.
no. Yeah, the only job I've ever done that where I wasn't happy was when I was 16 working at Astro. I worked there for like 2 weeks. Me and my best friend, and we quit. We got our paycheck. The day that we got our paycheck, we called off, went to go get our paycheck, and then we quit. Like I was like, that's all they
Interesting.
paid us. Yeah, and it was in Texas. The minimum wage then was like $5.25. It was hell, 100 degrees every day, and I was walking around selling an invisible dog. I had a leash that had no animal at the end of it. Now I have to wiggle it and bark and have people who think it was a dog. I'll go up to people, "Arr, arr, arr," and they'll be like, "What are you doing?" Horrible job. But yeah, I work with people every day, so I get to talk to people every single day. And the best part of my job is giving people hope when they feel like it's the worst times of their life, the tumultuous times of their life. So yeah, I love doing that.
I like hearing
Yeah,
that, Rob.
yeah, yeah. It's very rewarding. So.
How do you feel being vulnerable in front of everybody?
On camera,
Yeah.
I'm okay with it. Because I think that I've just always been a person who I can relate. I can relate to people more so by sharing mm, my story. I think that it makes you vulnerable. So I always want to break down the barrier before I start talking. So I'm okay with that. Yeah. As I've gotten now, years ago when I first got up here, I probably wasn't too good with it. But now that I've been through therapy, I've been through the management and all that kind of stuff, I'm okay because I know that it helps somebody.
I got a problem with therapists.
Why? Because they're women, most of them.
No, actually, but that should be a problem. I should add that to the list.
What's the problem?
I got a problem because after going through several of you,
Several of you. Okay.
the one thing I do realize is that in conversation, I have a habit of having to point out that I'm not the main character of my story.
What do you mean?
And then they don't catch that until after they realize they've been talking. And because they make my mom the main character of my story
Okay. Oh.
very consistently, actually 100% of the time.
Mm.
And it's like,
And
I gotta tell y'all how to do y'all job in order for y'all to understand, oh, damn.
now, do you think that now them making your mom the main character of your story? Do you do you don't think that she should be the main character?
Heck no. See, that sound like a woman.
Okay. And
But another
let
woman, main character of a man's story.
your mom birth you. Your mom raised you.
Kind
So
of.
she okay. Okay. So what did you feel they should do?
This about me. This ain't about her.
But there's an origin to an issue or a problem.
Oh, and I do agree with that. But the 100 questions shouldn't really be about her.
Mm.
If that was the situation, I would have just brought her.
So you don't think that anything that you've experienced in life or dealt with in life stems from any
No, no, no.
situations with
It does. Don't get me wrong. I'm
mm-hmm,
fully aware that it does.
mm-hmm.
But to make it overwhelmingly about her every time, nah.
So you think it should be more so about how you can navigate through
Like I said, I got to tell y'all how to do y'all job.
it? I'm just saying. Because I can see them addressing your mother as an origin or the source of certain things, why you may think this, why you may interpret certain things, why you may have certain behaviors. But throughout that process, now it's for you to navigate through that. How do you do that? I don't think that that is basically making her the source of it.
But I already told them that situation.
Uh
But
huh.
again, it's not necessarily the source, it's who's the main character.
Uh huh.
And it's not me.
Yeah, but you are the main character.
Exactly. It's supposed to be my story. You can't sit here with a straight face, not you, but you can't sit here with a straight face and be like, oh, this isn't about her. You just spent the 90 minutes talking about her.
Yeah.
What the hell you talking about?
How is your mom doing?
Is she okay?
Are you guys speaking?
Not really.
Oh, I'm always praying for that.
Don't pray for that.
Okay. Okay, man. You gotta listen to some people because they know situations better. Some people hear you say, "Oh, my mom or my sister," and they never think that certain relationships can be tumultuous like that. So I just have to listen to
I know, and I appreciate you, but like I said, not like that. I
you.
forgot how much you listened to what I've said, but she did hit me up on my birthday
Okay. Happy belated birthday. When was your birthday?
last week.
Oh wow. What day?
I wasn't telling nobody, but
Ah, jeez. Was it on the 17th or the 18th?
it was one of them days. But I posted it on Instagram.
Oh, okay, let me go back. Wow, because I love all August people. My grandmother's on the 18th, my daughter's on the 30th. My other grandmother's on the 3rd, my grandpa's on the 30th. Like, wow, like so if it was one of those days, then you're awesome.
Already awesome though. But yeah, so that's a whole situation. But as
What
far
she
as I know,
called
it's okay.
you? At least she called you. Well, I'm about to get up out of here. It was a
Don't
really
be
good show.
crying tonight, Roz.
Huh?
Don't be crying tonight. You got fed some good information.
Yeah, I'm not gonna cry tonight. I am in a hotel, and I got to smoke, so I got to end this quick so I can go outside.
But I want you to be, yeah, she was right though. Don't be too hard on yourself. I'm not about to tell you to give you grace though, but don't be too hard on yourself.
Definitely, I understand and I appreciate that too from you. So thank you so much, Lionel. Have a great
Oh,
day.
thank you for letting me up. Have a great night too.
You too. Bye. Well, you guys is the reasoning with Roz tonight. Now you know I normally go 3 hours, but I did not. Today was a very great show. Not a very long time, but the impact, the quality that Eve gave tonight was awesome. The insight. Ah, so I appreciate that. So to all my people who share in this walk with me, who suffer from mental illness, always know who you are, be your true self, and be authentic. If you need to reach out, talk to somebody, definitely do that. I've learned for myself that transparency is the best thing for me. So if you're not as transparent as I am, if there's one person or two that you can talk to, definitely reach out to them. In my case, I want to thank you, Aunt Dog. I want to thank my cousin Sonia. Definitely thank my mom and all those people who I can reach out to. Jay, no middle name Jackson. Thank you as well. Thank you to my best friend, Spirit Oliver. Um, she is the greatest friend anyone can have. So thank you guys so much. It has been a wonderful night, and I thank you all for joining. I hope y'all enjoy y'all Labor Day weekend. If you are not working, then hey, barbecue, drink, do everything you can do. If you got some kids, definitely spend time with them. If you ain't got a job, I just hope that after the Labor Day weekend, blessings will come to you and you get some money in your pocket. But until then, know that I'm praying for you and the good works to happen in your life. It has been a wonderful night. You guys can hit me up at RosGirl37 on IG. You also can send emails and topics at the reasoning with rosgirl.org. And also, if you would like to send anything to the Cash App is at the bottom. I want to thank you all for joining tonight. It has been a great pleasure, and I will see you guys next Saturday. Bye.